Hello guys. So welcome to Reckon That, and we will be playing Dungeons and Dragon games. So I heard in many TV series or movies about this game, Dungeons and Dragon, but never have chance to play it because in India, not nobody play these type of game. So I downloaded one from Google Play, and let's see how it is. So this is like a wizard's choice. Life is 12, mana is 14. Let's see how it will go. You are a young wizard seeking treasure and glory. You are walking along a path in forest. One day's journey from Ring City, your beloved home. Okay. Night has just fallen and you are thinking about how it might be good idea to find a campsite. After all, you are in goblin territory and it's dangerous to travel in dark. Okay, fine. So this is kind of contest or story going with this game. Let's see what happened next. Suddenly, you smell something awful. Reginald, are you responsible for that outrageous smell? You ask the warrior striding ahead of you. Pray no, I am always downwind from the companions. When I squeeze the willows, Reginald answered. So is it the fart joke or something? You realize that you have never encountered this stench before and it is close and perhaps it's your imagination but this but is that muffled breathing you just heard? Okay, so maybe we are in goblin territory, they are planning something. So what do? Shout a warning to Reginald. Die flat on your face. Hide. Stop and listen. Okay, we have four choice. Die flat on your face. I mean, we are not sure. If they attack, this will not save. Hide may be good option. Shout a warning to Reginald. Okay, even if we shout, this is from my perspective. Uh, in that hustle, he can not do much. Uh, or stop and listen. I think hide is better option. Let's see. Sneaky, okay. So, okay, we have mana. So maybe that is our stamina or something. Mana decrease, morale increase. Fine. When in doubt, hiding is fine strategy, and the forest offer plenty of cover. You motion to Reginald as you creep up the trail. Now inside the brush, okay, you can see glowing eyes staring at you from behind a tree, several places away. You hear a snort as several green-skinned goblins charge out of hiding towards you. Okay. With an arcane word and a flourish of your one hand, you fire a bolt of flame at the leader of the charge. Okay. So even if we hide, they will come. We'll see. Your bolt strike the goblin, engulfing in the frame. Okay, it drops to the ground. So that leader dropped to the ground, thrashing. Reginald hacks down another with the sword. The remaining three run away. Okay, whooping and yipping. So hiding is was the good option. Fine. Their cries are joined by other from the dark forest all around you. Many calls from four to many goblins to fight toe to toe. It's a hunting party, probably tracking wild game. We human are delicacy, much better than muttons. Okay, so maybe goblins are hunting like uh, in groups. Fine. You regard the two dead goblins on the ground. Dead goblins worth 10 gold piece per head. Okay, so this is somehow how creepy. So they got uh, remove their head from their body and keep them for 10 gold. Fine. Luckily, you don't need to carry their head around. The city authorities will accept their left here. Oh, okay. That is fine also. So, okay, we have option cut the ears off and just run away. So, we have we don't have any goals. Let's cut off. I mean, let's be little greedy here. Um, just run off will be like much safer option, but let's see. Let's choose first one. Okay, gold increase 10. But we have two goblins, right? Why 10 golds only? Get the ear, you exclaimed as you pulled out your razor sharp dagger from your belt. For a second, your sometimes slow witted warrior sidekick doesn't understand. But as you start sawing away at first ear, he get the idea and fishes out his own dagger. Okay. Soon, okay, so other ear our partner takes, fine. Soon you have bloody goblin ear stuffed in your pocket, and Reginald has one of his own. Nasty, nasty, very. However, 10 gold pieces are nearly 6 months of wages to common laborer, so you are willing to take the hit. What now? Reginald asked. Certainly, there are excellent places to hide in forest if we can just make it until morning. True, however, the goblins may have dogs and their own senses of smell is keen, you say? We might climb a tree then. That would be at least defensible, Reginald suggests. Okay, so climb the tree. But they can also climb the tree. And I think dog can smell on tree also. Uh, you wish to be treated like a fox with goblin barking underneath. If you wish a position that both defensible and allows some freedom of movement, we should hasten to Castle Inverness. Okay, it is near and we could fortify ourselves behind those walls, Reginald says. You frown. It is a fortress, yes, but inhabited by what? Gods know what manner of creature may have taken the resident in that ruin over the years. Okay, so we have option like hide in forest, garrison in ruin wall, but we don't know what's behind them, or climb a tree, climb a large tree. So like all of them are not good option because hide in forest we are not sure like when from where they can attack and they can smell also. Climb a tree, but they can maybe cut the tree off. Let's choose garrison in the ruin walls. We will see. Let us take refuge behind the stone walls of the castle Inverness, you say. Goblin hunter calls echo from all around the forest as the two of you dash up the path 100 meters or so. Where you find a fork in the road. Okay. So we have two paths now. The path to the right appears to be seldom used. Okay, used since it nearly overgrown. The path to left is clear, and you think you see fire light down the way. Could this fire belongs to the goblins, or if you are lucky, is it a campfire of another friendly adventuring party? What do you do? Castle never question a wizard. Investigate fire. So yeah, we are not like going directly. We can investigate fire first because we are also not sure like what in the castle. Let's investigate the fire. Okay, I am hunter. I am adventurer. Damn it! Boldly you step forth. Never a was. Okay, so we got some point. So turns out, fire does belongs to goblin. Okay, so that was the wrong choice. I think. What did you expect? You are in goblin country after all. You have come up to clearing the two goblin cooking mutton over a fire. Apparently, these guys keener on guarding their next meal than joining the rest of the hunting party. Okay, so now again we have option. So leave them to their meal or attempt to slay them. Let's try to slay them. We come so far. Reginald readies a bow and notches an arrow. Your companion is a good shot and will likely slay one of them outright. However, then your surprise will be lost. You could ready a firebolt spell to strike the other goblin, or you could save power and simply charge forward with your dagger. Then Reginald fire his arrow. So, so Reginald is good with bow, but what can we do? Prepare to use your flame bolt or prepare to charge. So we have 12 mana. We can prepare to use our flame bolt because if we prepare to charge, they might attack us. Let's see. I shall take the one on left, you whisper to Reginald. He nods. You clear your mind and prepare your spell. When you hear the thrum of Reginald bowstring, you release your spell. Okay, so we are wizards, so we release our spell. The bolt of fire hisses its streak through the air and smashes against the shoulder of one of the goblin on the left. He screams and falls to the ground. Meanwhile, Reginald arrow punches into the other goblin, just dropping it. You charge forward, pulling your dagger from its sheath. Okay. So, so by magic we infuse our dagger, dagger to the fire. I believe. Okay, let's see what is happening next. The goblin is still thrashing on ground, trying to put out the fire as you come upon it. You end its life quickly and slay to its throat. The ear shouted Reginald as he sprinted into the clearing, his dagger drawn. Cries and yelps erupt from several directions in forest. Obviously, cries of doom goblin had been heard. Okay, let's see. So at that with the dying breath, he shouted, I believe. So now other goblins are alert. Okay, while one life is decreased, fine, let's see. The two of you cut off the goblin ear for the bounty. In meantime, the cries of goblins drawing nearer. You do not dare dally here any longer. You run back to the fort in the road and head toward the castle. On the way, you hear a whistle in your ear, and then another, and then feel a sting just above your hip. Obviously, they have a bow. They have bows, so they are shooting with bows. Fine. The wound isn't bad. It's a small arrow, shot by a weakling, no doubt. You pull it out without losing stride. Okay, so that's why our one life is decreased. Okay, let's see what happens next. After a minute of stumbling down, what is the best described as a game of trade. You see the shadowy husk of ruin in moonlight ahead. Unfortunately, the battle cries of your pursuers are still closer than ever. And when you look back over your shoulder, you see glowing eyes. The two of you turn on burst of speed, and soon the outer wall of castle looms before you. It is about 10 feet high and crumbling. Okay, you realize with horror what there are no holes on the side that are larger enough to fit through. Meanwhile, Reginald, a faster runner than you yourself, has disappeared around the north corner of the wall. Okay. A short spear whistle past your head. You look back and see at least four of the little beast. Okay, so what we can do? Follow Reginald, jump the wall, jump the wall spell, mana one, turn and blast them four. Okay, so we can jump to the wall with a spell. Uh, but then Reginald may be in danger, or we can use blast them. Like we can turn and blast them. So we are not sure, but it will cost 4 mana. Or we can follow Reginald, but that may be the bad option. So I'm thinking to choose from two or three. Um, if we jump, Reginald may be in danger, so we need to consider that. Okay, let's turn and blast them. Crushing move. Okay, so we got 2 coins and luck and all fine. Let's see what happens. So mana decrease 4 only. Now we only have 6 mana and morale increased by 2. Die, filthy vermin. You shout as you turn to the face of your pursuer. They are not far behind, and you only have to wait a few seconds before they are in range. You shout the spell trigger word, and a gout of flame erupts from your outstretched hand, engulfing four goblins. They scream shrilly for a moment and then fall silent as the flame bodies crumble to the ground. No more goblins are visible. So now, as they are in got in fire, we didn't get any gold. Fine. So you run to catch up with Reginald. As you round the north side, you see him above the section of partially crumbled wall. Okay, so we could have followed the Reginald in first place. He helps you scramble over the top and onto the rotten gangplank. He grins at you and nods in the direction you came from. Gods, you have struck terror into that advance party. However, they will call for reinforcement. We have the wall. The question remains, can we hold it? We could go in. You point to the castle keep beyond the courtyard. The castle is 3 stories tall, okay, or at least it had been before most of the top floor collapsed. The second story barely any better. The fortress is lifeless and still as a painting. Nevertheless, you wonder if anyone is looking back at you from the dark arrow slits of the first floor. So, now we have choice to enter the castle now or prepare a wall defense. So we are not sure like how many goblins are maybe there. Um So let's choose to enter the castle. We will see what is in there. Two are not enough to defend all four walls. Okay. Away to the keep, you shout. You run across the courtyard and open large wooden Double doors with strike on rusty hinges. Unlock. This may be a trap, my friend. We best be on our guard, Reginald says. Once inside, Reginald slams and bars the door, and the entrance chamber is large with high vaulted ceiling. The stone walls are cracked and flanking. The ground is strewn with loose rubble. The air is stale. Okay. Aside from the double door behind you, there are closed wooden doors on the north, east, west wall. Okay, so we have three doors in like three direction. Um, Near the north door, there is a stairway going up, but it is blocked by rubble. It is not long before front door began to rattle violently. Okay, so now they came back. Through a nearby arrow slit, you can see glowing eyes. Okay, the glint of axes chopping away the door. You are not sure how long the wear portal will hold them. Reginald wants to hide in deeper in the castle. On other hand, this place smell of death. It might be prudent to take few seconds to investigate the rooms and floor. Hmm. So it is a ruin. So there may be nothing in rooms and doors. But let's search it. Maybe we find something. Okay. You motion to Reginald to check the east door. You inspect the ground and see there has been traffic through here. Some of the tracks on the dusty floor appear to be from human-sized shoes and or boots. Okay, while other appears to be from were feet. So they may be goblin. Far too large to be from man. Not goblin, then other monster maybe. None of the tracks appear to belong to goblins. Listen, you can't hear anything over the goblins thumping and screaming outside. You direct the light of your lantern um, and at the northern door and are about to turn toward eastern door when something catches your attention. Was that an eye? You wonder. You think you caught a glimpse of glistening eyeball through a rotting hole in the northern door. Casually, as though just taking another look around, you sweep your lantern light over the door again, pausing for just an instant at the spot. Yes, that was an eye. You being bossed. And although your glimpse of it was fleeting, you could tell the eye did not belong to a human. The white of the ore is pink with blood, uh, while the retina is pitch black uh, and large. It may be mouse, but uh, it is of human size, so not sure. It may be another monster. Okay, let's see what happens next. You would like to get better look at the creature. There is minor spell you normally use to magically open doors from a distance. You find it tedious opening door yourself. Okay, so we have magic to open doors. As long as door is unlocked, you could use this lazy wizard spell to open the eye door without being too close. On the other hand, that may frighten or anger whomever that eye belong to. Okay, perhaps you should just talk to it. Maybe you can join forces against Goblin. Alternatively, you might able to hurl a bolt of fire through that eye hole. Not an easy shot, okay, but we have element of surprise. Finally, there's a running option, a choice that has been keeping wizards alive for thousands of years. Okay, so let's talk to the creature. If okay, but it may not be a human. Uh, but opening door will like will make him angry. So let's talk to it. We will see. Okay, diplomat. Just talking can often get you what you want. Language, even greater invention than fire. Okay, there is interesting achievement. Okay, with this picture, this one not right choice. I was suspecting it was orc or something, but I thought like it is not attacking us. So let's see. You muster your courage, face the door, and raise your voice to be heard over pounding and shouting of goblins. We mean you no harm. We wish only to crack. The door explodes open. The light of your lantern streams into doorway to reveal a huge muscle monster stooping over. He holds a massive spiked club in one hand and a melon-shaped rock in the other. He steps into the room. Naval's tongue is an ogre. It's orc or ogre. Reginald curses. Who is Neville's though? Although you have never seen one before, the tales of ogre claim them to have a bad temper. So if we open the door, that will also be not good idea. Maybe shooting can be right option or run away. Okay. Evil nature and propensity for violence. Smile and say greetings and salutation. Okay, that is not a good idea, I think. Motion to the door and say goblin are disrespecting your property. Can they even understand it? Or not sure. Rating, retreat out another door. Open the front door. Okay, so if we open the front door, goblin can attack. So, but we are not sure if they will team up or attack each other. But if they attack each other, there will be choice or time to escape us. Uh, let's open the front door. A clever move. You are a tricky one. Okay, this is also nice achievement. You yelled at Reginald to follow you and lead him toward the eastern door. As you go, you cast a minor spell, knocking the bolt from the braces of front double doors. Like a tidal wave crashing on the beach, a heap of goblins falls into the room, creatures one on top of another. A chorus of glee erupts from their fanged mouth. Arrow and spear fly over and between the goblin in front, hitting few of them. Okay, so they are attacking. They are on like teams or something. Meanwhile, the ogre rose in rage, throwing his rock at the first goblin and striking it in the chest with such a nasty crunching sound that you know goblin will never get up. Reginald and you nearly collide in your house through the eastern portal. You hope there is no ogre waiting behind this door too. Once through, you slam the door closed. Okay, it is getting interesting. From the entrance chamber you just left, you hear goblins' yelps of triumph turn into a scream of terror. Okay, which are immediately drowned out by earth-shaking snarl. Next, you hear a sharp slapping of flesh against flesh and wet sound of bodies ripping apart. So Ogre, we could not have fight him, like it will be deadly. So this why I think a right choice to open front door. A fine way to handle a horde of goblins, you think. Despite your desperate situation, you smile to yourself and as you run. You run from one room to the next, getting as far away as you can from that ogre or whatever it is. It's not much of housekeeper anyhow. The castle is full of giant cobwebs and broken furniture. Finally, you enter a larger room, a dining room, as evidenced by a long wooden table and two fireplaces. You motion Reginald to stop and you both listen. Faintly, you can hear far off sounds of battle from behind you. Can't leave that way, you think. Of course, do you really want to leave anyway? There's maybe treasure above. Okay. Your steps slow to the crawl as you try to make up your mind what to do. Just then you hear something else. Labored breathing. And is that crying? Okay. Labored breathing. So someone is working and maybe crying. Okay, we can investigate that. Let's see. For glory and the loot, you think yourself as you take the lead. Okay. You quickly realize that the sound seems to be coming from very room. You creep over the other end of the dining hall and see a young woman sitting on floor, chained to the top wall, her head down. Okay. So did Ogre did this or whoever did it? Anyway, we will find out. She looks up at you with an expression of fear that quickly turns to surprise. Who are you? She asks. You tell her your name and that you are here to smite evil while making your fortunes. This brings can she be evil too? Not sure. Like because I not think like Ogre can chain her because if he sees someone he can like kill him in like one side because he is angry creature. Okay, anyway, let's see. You suspect. Okay, a pretty smile you suspect. Although it's hard to tell under all dirt and smudge on her face, she gives her name as Kiba and says there is a key to her chain on the table. Sure enough, beside cracks and dusty china is a small brass key. As you set about unlocking her, she tells you that she is a merchant daughter who was traveling with father trade caravan when it was attacked by mighty ogre with a small band of priest of an evil god. Okay, wearing dark cloaks. Those of her party not killed in initial attack were taken prison and chained up in this room. One by one, they have taken away by the priest and never to return. They took my father, Kiva sniffed. No doubt he is slain, but I must try to find him. Will you help me? You ask her if she has any idea where her father or any other might be, but she knows little of the rest of the castle. Reginald takes you aside and say, "Out we take her to the safety and then look for her father on our own. She will be in danger traveling with us." Okay, that is true. We may not survive with three. Uh, okay, let's see. You agree that having some half starved, unarmed merchant daughter tripping along behind you will only get her killed. But where is the safety? Last time you checked, the courtyard was crawling with goblins, and according to her, the castle residents are not very good hosts. Okay, so should we escort her out, hide her and move on, send her on her way, chain her back up for now? So chaining her back maybe not good idea. Um, we can escort her out. But if someone attacks, what we will do? Hide her and move on. Hiding her maybe not good idea. Okay, let's escort her out. Fine, your mother taught you well. Kiva seems like a nice enough young woman, but as a merchant daughter, she is not very good addition to your adventuring party. And so you are eager to escort her out of the castle as quickly as possible. Between Reginald clinking chainmail armor and Kiva is sent sniffling and muttering about her father, the three of you are not the stealthy party you wish to be. After some searching, you find a hole in the wall of the castle, large enough for a human to fit through. Reginald gives you boost up to the hole, and you look out. Never stung, you curse in your head. Glowing eye dot the courtyard outside. You get down and tell the other the bad news. Uh, okay, this part I didn't understand. What happened? Get out of the hole. Then Neville stung you, curse in your head. Okay, fine. Glowing eyes dot the courtyard outside. Okay. You get down and tell the others the bit. Okay, so there may be that ogre outside the court, and we tell that girl and Reginald that like creatures are outside. Okay, as you describing what you saw, there's a sudden jolt of numbing cold in your back. You cried out with pain and turned to see a cloaked man barely visible in light, cast by a shuttered lantern in his hand. He is pointing at you with his other hand. Perhaps this is one of evil priest Kiva spoke of. As you slumps back against the wall, Kiva covers in the corner. Reginald unsees his sword and charges. The cloaked man runs. By the time you recover from the pain and stand up, Reginald is walking briskly back into the chamber. That sneaky devil eluded me, he says, then curses. I would bet my last copper he is off gathering allies to come back for us. We must move on, you say. As you hasten away from that wing of the ruin, the three of you agree Keva should hide for now. There are a ton of hiding place in this ruin. You find a nice pile of rubble for her to hide behind several rooms away. Stay still and quiet here. We will return. Well, we do not return by morning. If we do not return by morning, escape as the best you can. You instruct her. Clever, Reginald says as you leave her. If her abduction find her missing, they will not expect her to remain in the castle. With luck, they will leave the castle altogether to search, and we can explore unhindered, you say with a smile. Okay, okay, let's continue. The castle is quiet and dark. You walk into the wide hallway that branches into two directions. One direction is covered in thick layer of dust while the other is covered in footprints. You decided that it would be wise to get a lay of land before looking for any trouble. Despite the faint smell of rotting flesh from the dusty hall, you decided that it would be wise to go in first. Uh, okay, it would be wise to go this way first. Less monster, more treasure, or at least you hope. Okay, let's see. You have kept your lantern hooded, only allowing silver of the light out. After all, you want to remain stealthy. The way is dim, however, and you find yourself tripping over rubble and odd piece of furniture. Ahead, there is a stench of rot, making you wonder if there might be something terrible hidden in the shadow. Too bad you can't see in the dark like a goblin. Okay, keep the lantern hooded, unhood the lantern. Okay, if we unhood the lantern, we can see what we are not sure if someone like will notice us. Hmm. Okay, so what can we do unhood the lantern? I want to see what is there actually. Uh, let's unhood the lantern. Okay, so there is a spider, I believe. Since you appear to be entering vacant part of the castle, you expect your light will not attract enemy attention, and so you unhood your lantern to see way clearly. As you move along, Kovacs thicken and thickens. Spider, Reginald yelps. He points his sword up the ceiling. There is an enormous spider suspended by a mass of webs. Okay, there are dark shadow deep within the webs that might be cocoons. Gods, it's massive, hisses Reginald. Perhaps we should turn back. This part of the castle is obviously forsaken by the resident and therefore a safe place for us, you say. Safe? Do you see that thing? You have surprise and your aim is true, my friend. You say, putting your hand on Reginald's shoulder. Reginald is silent for a moment and then say, "One shot is all I have. Be ready with your death-dealing spell." Okay. You remove your hand from Reginald's shoulder and prepare yourself to launch a Firebolt. With trembling fingers, Reginald sheathes his sword and unslings his bow. Okay, he takes in big breath as he fits an arrow, draw back the string and fires. The spider flails its long legs for a moment and then drop out of the wave into the floor with a thud. Reginald slings his bow and draws his sword as he charges. He then commences hacking the spider to the pieces. Once you certain the monstrous spider is truly dead, the two of you move on, taking extra care to watch the ceilings. Okay. Eventually, the two of you makes your way to the spiral staircase going up. The upper regions of foul places like this are safer than the lower levels, says Reginald. Why this naval's tongs would that be? What is naval tongs? Reginald shrugs. Do not ask me what is in the mind of the fiends and evil-hearted beasts. Perhaps they prepared the darkness and stagnant air below ground. You look up the stairway and sigh. Well, perhaps we can get a view of courtyard and goblins from up here. Reginald leads the way up the stair, which lead into a small tower. Moonlight filters in through two windows. This room is finely furnished and otherwise much more nicely kept than rest of the castle you have visited so far. There is a small bed, still made. On one end, a ornate table and a bookshelf. Okay, so someone is living there or what? The table is open fairy tale book and gold embossed hand mirror. Seeing loot, you forget about the window, the potentially view of courtyard. You pick up the mirror and inspect it. Strange, says Reginald. There's no dust up here. And do you feel a draft? We are in a ruin, you say? Of course, there's a draft. The glass in the windows are still intact, muttered Reginald. Gazing at your reflection in mirror, you decided you look pretty good, all things considered. You brush cobwebs from your wavy brown hair. You smile. You are happy to see that your teeth are looking particularly good. Of course, you deserve nice teeth, since unlike most people you know, you taken care of them. Okay. Every morning you wipe your teeth with cloth. What is this story? Where is this story going? You okay? Teeth with a cloth dipped into the cleaning concoction consisting of vinegar, salt, and little sand, and a small measure of your own urine. Okay, that was weird. You are about to pull yourself away from the mirror and put it into your backpack when you glimpse a translucent skull with thin wispy hair just behind you in the reflection. You spin around and see not a skull but a young girl floating a few feet in the air, her pale face fixed on you. Reginald sees her too, the evidence by running down the stairway. Okay, so he ran down to the stairway. How dare you touch what is mine? The ghostly girl shouts. You back up and reflexive, but mirror. Okay, you back up and reflexively put the mirror back onto the table. You have heard tales of powerful ghosts that you suck the life right out of you and wonder if this girl is one of those. So, what can we do? Run for the stair, protect the spell to mana, or apologize. So, we can protect ourselves, I think that will be the best option. Apologizing, we are not sure if if she will like listen to us or not. Um Anyway, let's apologize. We will see what happens. I apologize, my lady. You say it's only that this is fine mirror, and I wish to admire it. She glared at you for a moment, then the hard expression on her transparent face softened. I am the Duchess Everness. My father, the Duke, gave me that as a gift. You have heard the stories of Duke Everness and mysterious circumstances around the demise of his house. Despite your fear, you feel a pang of sadness for his daughter, for now simmers before you, trapped in this world. And these books, why they look like excellent stories in here, you stammer. Read that one to me. The girls command. Of course, my lady. You answer. Luckily for you, as a wizard, you know how to read. You pick up the book of fairy tales from the desk and begin on the first page. She stops you and demands that you can read her story about the unicorn. With trembling hand, you page through the book. Eventually, you find the story and begin to read. The ghost float behind you as though to peer down at the picture. You feel slight chills on your shoulder. Sometime later, you look up from her book and see Reginald peeking around the corner of the stairway at you. You shake your head slightly at him and then return your attention to the book. In the story, the unicorn taps her hoof against a wall in the castle, and a secret passage opens up. As you read this, the little ghost girl smiles and says, "There is a secret passage in this castle as well. It is for foul place, a place where people are taken and never returned." "Where is this secret passage you speak of?" you asked. "In my father's library. There is a statue. Uh, Push arm of the statue down," she explained. You intrigued by this and wish to ask her more, but she points at the book impatiently, and so you get back to it. Upon unfinishing the story, the girl demands you to read her another. You wonder how long she might keep this up. Times mean nothing to her after all. You would like to get back to Reginald, and what about Kiva father? Rescuing the merchant might mean a fine reward. And there's Kiva herself, of course. You would like to find her before something else does. Uh, so, what can we do? Read another story or attempt to excuse yourself? Uh, okay, let's attempt to excuse. Okay, we got 50 goals. How beautiful and graceful, gracious Duchess, might ask your full name. You ask. Graviel, Duchess Graviella of Avernus, she answered. My lady, you, I beg your pardon, but there is a young woman in castle below who requires my assistance. There are evil men, I suspect they threaten her life. A maiden is distressed. Why do you daily hear them? Be gone. You need no further encouragement. You step lightly toward the door. Wait, her voice chills you. But you unwillingly turn back. Take this, and the gold trimmed mirror float off the table over to you. I cannot see myself in it anymore, she says softly. Generosity befitting a duchess. I thank you most humbly. You bow low and then leave. You find Reginald around the corner of the stair, his sword at the ready. He begins asking you the question, but you put your hand another time, you say. Okay, you have reached a checkpoint. Good job. Please take a moment to read this. So fine. If it this if this is checkpoint, we can continue later. Uh, okay, let's continue this another time then. So I'm thinking this is like if and else condition. Only some choice we have, and it is a based story. But it is fine. If you people know any good Dungeons and Dragon game, please recommend us. I will try to play them as well. Okay, so let's end this. We will see next time. Yep. Okay, bye.